All right, today we are going to continue to work on our banyan trees. We painted in the positive space last week, and if you didn't paint all of it in, I'm going to have you finish that today, but not until the end because we don't want our paintings to be wet. We're going to be using oil pastels. We're going to be painting in all the white areas with oil pastel, and you're going to have a little pocket color wheel to look at analogous colors. Analogous colors are next to each other on the color wheel. So this is your color wheel around the outside edge. And then there's another little, it's like a long triangle. When you mix yellow and red, this is the color you get. And you can turn it. So if I mix yellow, green, and red, I get this brown color. If I mix green and yellow, I get kind of a yellow-green. If I mix blue, green, and blue, I get this blue-green. So I'm going to keep it on this one because that's pretty much my primary colors and my secondary colors. And then this is the color wheel down here. So when you're thinking of what colors to add, look at your color wheel and mix analogous colors. Those are colors that are next to each other, either 2 colors next to each other or 3 colors next to each other. I'm going to start with my orange. And I want to look at the line that I created with my banyan tree. I'm going to go right next to that line. The reason I'm doing that is to create that feeling that the tree is kind of moving. If I went straight, it wouldn't look like the tree is moving. So I'm going to go next to that line. I might go a little bit on the other side as well. I'm just going to stop right there, getting all the white spots. Now I'm going to use a color that's next to orange. So I'm looking at my color wheel. Orange, I could use yellow orange, I could use red orange, or I could use yellow. I'm looking in my pastels. I don't have a bright yellow, but I'll use this gold yellow. This might work. That looks nice. So I'm overlapping a little bit with my orange, and I'm kind of filling in some of these spaces. It's looking pretty interesting. It's almost like a flame. I might continue on with this color a little bit until I want to be finished with that. When you get to the edge, you'll have a little bit of a paper towel. We don't want pastels all over our table. Okay, so now I'm done with that one. Brown, gray, and black are neutral colors, so they can kind of match with everything. Now, I think pink is kind of a pretty color. It's basically a tint of red, so I'm going to try a little bit of that because I have red next to my orange too. So pink kind of counts as a red. It's just a lighter version of it. Let's see what I want to do here. If you need to peel off some of the paper, you can. Just make sure you get that paper in the trash can. The paper kind of protects the pastel from breaking. Sometimes they break pretty easily. They're very soft, but they're really smooth. And the paper also kind of protects your hands from getting too dirty. All right, now I think I'm going to go back to this orange that I used at the beginning. Maybe there's a darker orange. I don't know if this is the same one or not. If it's not the same, that's okay. I'm almost finished with this section. And now I'm going to mix with my finger a little bit. This is kind of fun because I get to see kind of how these colors really start to look blended together. I'm taking my finger, and there's little crumbs that kind of form when you're using the pastel and you're getting that nice dark color. I'm just going to push that right off the edge of the paper, getting that color all blended in. Ooh, that looks really pretty. All right, so if I need to, I can wipe my hands off on my paper towel. If I want to do another color, maybe green. I do want you to do this sky part with the warm colors. Don't do the bottom down here. We're going to do this next week because I really want to explain to you how to do these reflections. Just do basically from this horizon line up, but make these warm colors, and then you can mix analogous colors in between the branches. And then we'll clean up at the end.